Hello, Stampers. Happy Wednesday, everybody. It's hump day. We are halfway through the week, and I kind of think we're like halfway through October. So I hope you guys are out there and you're able to join me live this morning for a little bit of stamping fun. So come on into the studio, give me a like or a love. Let me know that you guys are here with me. This is like the favorite part of my Wednesday is getting to come on here and stamp with you guys and visit because in person I'm not doing as many events as I normally would. I am gearing up for my weekend retreat. My Pampered Stamper Creative Escape is next weekend, so I'm super excited about that. And that means there's a lot of prep work going on in the studio. So I just had a huge box of paper delivered and I need to get cutting. So I am going to take a little time today and to do some stamping with you guys because I want to show you the, what is its name? Evergreen embossing folder. So we're going to play with this today, and I don't know. Good morning, friends. I don't know if you guys have seen this in the catalog, if you got it, if you used it. Almost any time there is an embossing folder, no matter what it is, you wouldn't even have to show it to me. If you just said there's a new embossing folder, I'm like, sold. I will take it. Thank you so much for sharing, Sharon. I appreciate that. So we're going to play with this folder because I think sometimes there's some hidden gems in our catalog that we're so busy looking at the dies and the paper and the stamps that a lot of times we don't look at the embossing folders and the accessories and that kind of thing. And so that's why I love jumping on here to share those little hidden gems. And I think the Evergreen folder is one of them. It is not necessarily for Christmas either. It just kind of is something that you can use for a little bit of texture on your card and make very, very simple, easy cards. I hear that from you guys a lot, is that time management is an issue, not having enough time to sit down and create and really stamp. And sometimes we get overwhelmed with how busy we are getting into the holiday seasons. I'm one too, that I'm like, oh my God, I still have to make all of my Christmas cards. And then I sit down and I start cutting people out because I'm like, okay, I don't have enough time to make cards for everybody. I know that's terrible, but I know you guys do it too. Anyway, just a quick reminder, you can shop online anytime. You just hop over to my online store at jodybreckbill.stampinup.net. This is this month's host code. So you can shop online there 24/7 anytime, and those orders will ship direct to you, right to your home. You don't need to worry about coming out and picking it up or getting it shipped from me. It'll come right from Stampin' Up! To you. And the great thing is that it will ship right away. So even though I attach this to a host code that I close out at the end of the month, you don't have to wait until I close it out. It's going to process and ship direct to you. As always, I give something away, so let's do our little housekeeping with our prize patrol. So last week I was giving away this gorgeous Snowflake Splendor shimmery ribbon, and the winner of this is Debbie Swisher. So congratulations, Debbie Swisher. I will get this to you. Actually, I think you have some in color coming, and I will put this in with you. So congrats on that. And I just want to say, do I have them here? There's two people who didn't claim their freebie or their prize patrol. And oh, I swore I had their names written down here because I want, yes, here they are. So I have Adrian Everhart. This is your card, so you need to claim it. If you don't claim it by next week, I'm going to have to pick a new winner. But Adrian Everhart, I sent you a message. I need your address so I can send it to you. And the other person is Sandy Todaro. This card is yours. So I had messaged you guys, but I haven't heard anything back, and I don't have your addresses, so I can't send it to you. So you can private message your address to me, and I will pop these in the mail. If I don't hear from you this week, I'm going to pick another winner. So, all right, that was Adrian Everhart and Sandy Todaro. All right, so yeah, guys, if I pick your name, you got to let me know so I can send it to you. All right, so this time I have giveaway. Our prize patrol is going to be our burlap ribbon. This is a retired ribbon, and this is one that I really, really liked. And I really, really like all ribbon. I have a little bit of a ribbon issue, but the burlap ribbon is really cool and makes some nice rustic, masculine, woodsy, outdoorsy kind of projects. So that is what I'm giving away. So make sure you comment. You can share my video. If you share my video with your friends, that's going to give you an extra ticket into my drawing, and stop back next week for What's Up Wednesday and I will tell you who the winner is. So real quick, before we get stamping, I'm going to remind you that our designer series paper sale is still going on. Good morning, ladies. Good morning. Good morning. I'm so happy to have you guys on here. So DSP sale is on sale till the end of October. Yay, Debbie Swisher's here. Congrats, Debbie. So I'm going to just throw that in with your order when it arrives, if that works for you. I'll just put it in with your cubby, and you can pick it up whenever you get your in colors. So 15% off, and none of these, I've been checking just to make sure none of these are going into back order, because I know all of us hoarders, we are out there stocking up on this paper. So we've got all kinds of paper on sale, not all of it, but lots of it. We've got our Halloween paper, snowflakes, our cute little dogs and cats, so many gorgeous papers on sale till the end of October. Now the other thing, and I know my graphic is not so good on this one. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Those Christmas cards were 2 of 5 that I showed on World Card Making Day. And so each card I showed, I did a giveaway. Yes, they are gorgeous. That one with the Christmas tree is my favorite one. It is so, so simple, but I love the sentiment. I love the font, and I love the simplicity of it. The For Unto Us stamp set. I went off track here, guys. This stamp set, love this stamp set. Oh, sorry, I bumped the camera. I love these fonts, but I love the fact that it is straight up just stamping, and it is a Christ-centered stamp set. Now, we've got a little Merry Christmas here, but still, I love the fact that it's got sentiments that go with the reason for the season. And so you can kind of pair this with lots of other stamps. So I absolutely love this. These two are my favorites. So I will be using them more often in my Christmas cards. Anyway, sorry, I saw a squirrel and I went off topic. So let's talk about the Jolly Gingerbread paper pumpkin kit. So this one, sign up is now through November 10th to get the paper pumpkin that is gingerbread themed. Now, what I am reading is that it creates, I believe it's, they're calling them card carriers, but I think they're like gift card holders. But of course, you don't have to use what they are, you don't have to make what the kit tells you. You can totally do something else and think outside the box. The box itself is so stinking adorable. Oh my gosh, is it ever cute? I just want the little box. It looks like a little gingerbread house. So anyway, that kit is going on until the 10th of November. You can actually subscribe and get a kit every month, or you can do a prepaid where if you just want to get 1 month or 3 months or 6 months and just get it for a select period of time, you can do that as well. So the Jolly Gingerbread is available now. Anything else I wanted to tell you? Oh, I'm just going to repeat real quick. I won't go into depth, but a lot of you guys are starting to get the new Facebook. I have had it for a couple weeks. It's been rolling out since the summer. It definitely does change things. You'll know if you've got the new Facebook, but Facebook does control what you guys are able to see. I do have some concerns at some point if I am not ever able to get into my Facebook account that I wouldn't be able to do this with you guys. I wouldn't be able to tell you what's going on. I wouldn't be able to stamp with you. So I am asking you to check out my Jody Breckbell Stampin' Queen page, which is where you are right now. And when you open the page, you'll see a join my list. So if you are not already on my email list, go ahead and sign up. That way, when I do, when there are specials, when I run personal specials, when I am hosting retreats, when I am sending out my to-go classes, my virtual classes, you guys will get that information outside of Facebook, so I don't have to worry in case anything should happen. And it does happen. I have been hearing friends who are like, yeah, I got locked out of my account. And so sometimes we get put in Facebook jail. I was being reviewed was it last month or August, I think. It was in August. One of my posts that I put up was pulled off and it was being held for review because of political content. And I had to go in and actually apply for them to review it again, because I don't know where the political content was. It was a picture of a card and it was a class that I was getting ready to do. So I have no idea, but it did suspend my posting. I couldn't post while they were reviewing that. So I have a little fear with that. I really, I love Facebook. I'm here. It lets me share with you guys, but I also want to make sure that if they decide to control something on my end, that you guys and I can still stay in touch with each other. If you're already in my email loop, do not worry about it. You don't have to do that. If you want to stay in touch with what's going on in my stamp world, click join my list. The other thing that you can do is also, this got cut off, but there's 3 little buttons right here. And when you click that, it opens up your follow settings. So if you click on follow settings, that'll take you to another picture and you can choose me as a favorite, and you can also get all notifications on certain things. So when I go live, you guys are being able to watch that, because Facebook does tell you what you can and can't see based on what you guys do. So a lot of times, you know how I'm saying right now with this new Facebook, I am probably seeing about 10 friends. Constantly the same 10 friends, and I have a lot more friends on, but I'm only seeing what 10 people are doing because Facebook's controlling what they show me. I have a lot more ads too. That's one thing I'm not thrilled about, is I have a ton of ads. All right, guys, how about we do some stamping? Let's stop talking business. Let's do some stamping fun. All right, so what we're going to do, I told you we are definitely playing with the Evergreen folder, and let me find it here because it's kind of here on page 35 in. All right, I was getting a phone call. Everybody still there? Somebody give me a thumbs up and let me know if you guys are still there with me. I think we got it taken care of. Yep. All right, cool. All right, so here we are. This is the Evergreen folder right here, and it just doesn't really show you how cool this folder is in real life. The other thing we're going to play with is another sleeper that is hidden, and that is on page 22. Do you guys know that we have red and green foil? 12 by 12. I think you get 2 sheets of each. Yes, 2 sheets of red and 2 sheets of green. And guys, this is a stunner. This is so pretty. I love foils. I love shiny. I love blings. I like all kinds of fun stuff. But we do have red and green foil. We're going to play with that. And then the other thing that I'm going to show you, which we're not going to stamp, but I'm just going to showcase, is this fantastic brushed metallic cardstock. That's 12 by 12, comes in 3 colors. Bronze, copper, and gold. So we are going to play with that a little bit. I'm going to show you some samples of it. But it's so hard. I think these things really showcase in real life so much more than in the catalogs, right? We have to see them in real life. All right, so I have got a piece. I'm going with Thick Whisper White today. I don't know if you guys like the Thick Whisper White, but I love it when it's my card base. Ew, what is that? I got funk on my table. Somebody ought to clean. And I got ink on that. Is that going to come off? My goodness. Everything's messy in the studio today. So when you are working with your thick cardstock, you definitely want to use your score tool and put your score in there rather than just folding it and trying to run your bone folder, because it's so thick it'll start to break the fiber. So definitely put a score in there. Then I have... There's our green foil. Yeah, that Thick Whisper White, I love it for card bases. And if I'm making some 3D items, sometimes I need that as well. So we're gonna get out the Big Boss here. And I'm going to put my cardstock in my foil card using my line right there. I'm gonna line it up so I'm fairly straight. I do wanna see some plain up top here. So I don't want my trees too tall. And then I'm using my specialty plate because this is a 3D embossing folder. we were just remarking in class about how quiet this Big Boss is. He's so quiet. He doesn't sound like he's going to break and chew up your plates like the other one used to. So he's very unassuming. All right, mister, you can go back to bed. All right, and isn't that awesome? Oh, so pretty. All righty. Now, the other thing that I did before you guys arrived is I took a piece of white and I die cut a little curl, like this is going to be our snow, okay? So that's going to go on here just like this. And the set that I used is the In the Woods framelit. So this piece right here will die cut you a little curve. Now, if you don't have this one, that's okay, because we have a new one coming. So we are going to have Curvy Celebrations. This is a pre-order right now. So if you're a demonstrator, you guys are probably getting this one, or probably already have purchased this one because we're in a pre-order right now. But you're going to get curves, lots and lots of curves with this one. So this is coming in November. Okay, so information will be coming out about that for you guys because you can get it. It's what we're calling an early release, which means that this is going to be product that is in our next mini catalog. So this is going to be in the JJ catalog, which we call the January through June. So it's just that you guys can get it a couple months ahead of time. Woohoo! Super cool. Alrighty, so now we're going to try something here and see if I can do this while I'm filming. I practiced off camera, hoping that I could make it work. But we are going to play with Merry Moose. I just love him. So what I'm going to do is take 2 stamps from that stamp set and make them one. So what I have here is this first stamp says it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. This one says Merry Christmas. So what I want to do is mash those 2 up to say it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Okay, so follow me here. Let's see how I do. It's not as hard. It's not terribly hard. It's the fact that that I'm filming with bifocals on too. Are my bifocal babes with me today? I know you guys are out there, those of us who are struggling through learning how to use bifocals. So much fun. With clear stamps on top of that. So, but that's why you're able to do it, which is great. So I pulled in my early espresso marker and I'm just going to color the words that I want, which are all the words except Christmas. So I'm just going to color these in. I'm using the brush end. And of course my nose is going to start to drip because I'm leaning over. And I'm going to color everything but Christmas. All right, so now what I do is I'm just going to stamp that right there on my snow mound. Okay, now I'm going to come in with my real red and I'm only going to color Christmas here. All right, so now because of photopolymer, and I am going to have to pull it down a little bit. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing, but you'll get the gist. So I'm just going to stamp Christmas right there. And then we sometimes say a little prayer to the crafty gods and be like, oh, please let that work. Oh, there we are. I'm pleased with that. Cool, right? Now I will tell you, this is not my idea. This is a case from some kind of wonderful demonstrator on Pinterest. I saw it a couple weeks ago and I made it and I'm like, that's so cool. So shout out to whoever that crafty demo is. I don't necessarily know at this point who I cased from, but always want to tell you that it's not my idea. Somebody else is out there thinking up cool stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and glue this one down on my card front. Now, because of foil, sometimes what I like to do is turn it over and then just use my hand to run that across. And rather than do it on the front way, because I don't want to get my greasy fingerprints on my pretty foil. And they are greasy because I just put hand lotion on. So that's going to be that. Now I'm going to attach this to the front with dimensionals. So let's all kinds of phone calls today. I'm a popular person. Alrighty, there we go. And do I have a mini? Oh, I don't have any minis. That's okay. Let's just use a little snip right there for that piece. Now we've got to have 4 on the ends, 1 in the middle for good luck. All right, so that's going to go across here like my snow mound. And then I just have some scrap paper because it's time for Mr. Moose. So let's stamp him. What color do I want to use today? All right, let's use some crumb cake. So I'm going to stamp him, and he's a 2-stepper, which means he's got the solid for his insides, and it looks like, I thought there was something on there, a big piece of fuzz. All right, let's have a do-over. There we go. So we have his insides, that's the moose guts. And then I've got early espresso, which is going to be the outline. And so that's nice and dark. And so I'm just going to line these up. I think I did this opposite of what I normally do. But not too shabby, friends. I think I usually stamp the outline first, and then I fill in with the lighter color. I'm pretty sure that's how I normally do it, but went a little backwards today. It must be Wacky Wednesday. Just got to do what works for you. But he lined up pretty well. He behaved. So let's punch him out with our coordinating moose punch. There you go, bud. And he's going to get put on with some dimensionals as well. Let's see if I can just do a little nub in here to hold his horns down. And another little nub in for his other horn. There we go. And it doesn't matter that there's half a moose on his backside because no one knows. That's the blessing of stamping, right? If you mess up, you always get a do-over. Just flip your card over. So there he is, hanging out in his shiny woods. Now, we could stop here, right? We could stop here, and this could totally be like a birthday card, or a thinking of you card, or thank you card, or whatever works. But we're gonna make him festive. So I went ahead earlier and I stamped his little scarf. So we're going to do a real red scarf and wrap that around his neck so he doesn't get cold in the woods. And so this card could still now work for winter. So there's people that have birthdays and anniversaries, and you still need to thank people even in the winter. So you might as well theme your cards with whatever season's going on. So we will give him his jaunty little scarf. Now, you will notice the fussy cutting, because there is no die for this. It's not part of the punch. You gotta do a little fussy cutting. All right, so I think, how do I want to put this on? Glue dot, maybe? Yeah, let's see how that works. All right, fancy pants, come get your fancy scarf on. I don't want it to go over his beard. It should go under his beard, right? All right, there's your fancy scarf, sir. Now we're going to keep him even more festive, and we're going to cut out, look at his little teeny tiny Santa hat. So we're going to give him, I probably should have colored that in. Yeah, let's color it in. I just grabbed a blend here. We'll just color his Santa hat red. And then we could make him even more jaunty and color it with Wink of Stella. We could get our winker out, make his little Santa hat all shiny or his little ball on top. All right, this is not enjoyable. It's way too small. And oh, bifocals. All righty. Let's put your little Santa hat on and you will be ready to go deliver presents. Another glue dot. Oh, my stinking heck. There you go. Merry Christmas, friends. So I want to show you, I hope you enjoyed that card. That's just a little something punny for you on Wednesday. So let me show you what else I was doing with that embossing folder, which I love. Yes, it is so cute and easy, Debbie Swisher, until you have to cut out that teeny little hat, which wasn't terrible, but it is so tiny. Alrighty, so here's what I did. And again, these are just cases from Pinterest. And this is the 3 colors in that brushed metallic. So I just did a little Merry Christmas there, some blings, and just let that metallic foil shine. And shine it does. Isn't that gorgeous? So that's the brushed metallic. I kind of like it because, I don't know, can you guys see how it is definitely brushed, which means it's kind of toned down. It's not a real bright, shiny foil like you're going to get with this one. It just has a little bit of sheen to it. And then I did this one. I still use that brush foil, just loved it. And that's our gorgeous shaded spruce ribbon that's all in the holiday catalog. This one I did earlier, and it is using the poinsettias, but I did emboss with the trees back here. Now, it's such small pieces that you really can't tell that these are trees. It just gives kind of a cool lumpy, bumpy background. This beautiful one here to make that not Christmas, just maybe a happy birthday card. So very pretty with that one. This one we did at Stamp a Stack. This is using the brass foil, which is in the big catalog, and it is shiny. Oh my goodness, this is very, very shiny. But again, pulled in that For Unto Us, and such a simple, great stated card for the holidays. Then I did this one with the little jingle bells, and I'm just letting that embossing folder shine, like let it just do its work. And here we go with that embossing with the green as well. All right, friends, as always, you can hop over to my website, Shop Anytime. This is the host code. If you need to add that embossing folder to your list, please do, because it will be, well, I'm going to assume it's going to retire with this catalog, but we don't know. Sometimes we have things carry over, so you just never know. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's project with, where'd he go? Good old Mr. Moose. All right, guys, have a great week. Come back and visit me next week. I'll see you for What's Up Wednesday.